Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris. I know I've forgotten the freaking intro for however many times it has been that I've forgotten it, but I'm trying my best. I know I keep saying there's a lot going on, and that's only because there is. I wouldn't lie to you. I don't just come on here just for the sake of saying there's a lot going on to say that there's not a lot going on. There really is, and I have a lot of stuff going on, and it might be a bit of a shorter episode today, admittedly. I know you can kind of grasp some things immediately right out of the gate. It just jumps at you. You're like, whoa, Tristan, you kind of look bad, you kind of sound bad, you kind of smell bad. And to that I say, hey, that last one hurt a little. But I don't have a lot of time, and there's a lot going on. So I'm just going to kind of recount what is going on, and I'm gonna fill you in on the details, and then you at the end of the episode can judge for yourself whether to be or not to be dramatic or on time or efficient or punctual or clean. 'Tis the question, and then you can judge me later. That's all I want, guys. Just don't judge me on the now, judge me later. Let me present myself. Statement 1. This story begins, okay? I'm a very calculated person, okay? And you might not believe that because you're like, well, you wear Looney Tunes and you're a maniac, you know? Of course you're not I am. I'm very routine-based and I'm organized. I'm a calculated guy. Everything is stacked perfectly, okay? My life's kind of like Jenga in a way. And I need things to fall into a certain rhythm. And I don't mean like an OCD kind of way unless that's what I mean. And then that is what I mean if it is. But if not, I just mean if I'm going to be efficient, I need to know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. And that's not to say things can't go awry. I'm not going to get stressed out or overwhelmed, but sometimes I mismanage the time going forward after one piece kind of falls apart. So if my life is like Jenga, I need a nice swift move. And you can move the block out. And what? What happens if you move a swift block out of a Jenga tower? Hey! The tower still stands. Now, question for the class. What happens if you move a swift kick to the bottom of the foundation? Spoiler alert. It topples over, okay? And if you guessed that, you get a golden star or a cookie. Nay, you know what? You get a golden cookie. Applaud your efforts. Applaud yourself. Congratulations. There will be more questions as the class goes on. If you pass with flying colors, I don't know. More cookies, more stars. So anyways, my whole week, okay, revolved around a certain moment, a certain mission, a goal, an opportunity to conquer the Kangan. Sometimes I just say words and hopefully if I can and morph them enough, you're like, alliteration or something. I hope that made sense. I don't know what he said, but we'll see. My whole mission this week was to pour an entire room full of concrete, a great divide, and it was going to be a lengthy project. It was going to be full, and I set it out as a mission for myself. Monday, I'm going to do it no matter what. I've cleared the books. I've cleared the slate. This is my Jenga. I'm tacking them in the place, and then we're going to pour this concrete. Now, what happens when Monday rolls around? Class, what did he do on Monday? The answer is nothing. If you guess that, freaking have another cookie, okay? I don't care. We're giving them out today. I failed. I failed Monday, and that was for no particular reason other than I just didn't do it. So this is where my little Jenga thing comes in. I had planned this big, grandiose mission for myself Monday, so I pushed all these other big opportunities and projects and things that I need to be held accountable for the following days: a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, maybe even a Sunday. It remains to be seen. So anyways, the concrete still needed to be poured, right? So what do? I skip it on Tuesday as well because I was kind of panicked and overwhelmed. And there was a lot going on, to be honest, okay? So I thought, you know what? I can't really book it in. And I was still trying to figure out how to put my Jenga pieces into place. But then Wednesday, I said, no, I can't just move on another week and try and restack a tower. I'm going to commit, all right? I'm going to freaking marry whatever this inconvenient task is for me. So after a day of deliberation, which really just means stalling, I decided on Wednesday I'm going to pour the concrete. And pour the concrete I did, guys, okay? Now, again, there was a lot of things stacked against the wall, and I didn't have the time to pour said concrete, but I was on the mission. And it took several hours. This was yesterday. Yeah, the days kind of bleed together. I'll explain. But yeah, I show up around 11 a.m. Thank the Lord for my brother Nicholas, and he was there to help me throughout this concrete and the whole mission, which made it go a lot faster. Still took a long time. And I was really stoked about this, okay? And we did it. We took care of it. And as out of place and overwhelming and out of freaking puzzle, knock a puzzle off the table, shatters, that's what life has become. As bad as it has been, it wasn't as nearly as bad as it would have been if not for Nicholas. So a round of applause for Nicholas. If he's out there, Nick, get yourself a cookie. We're throwing him around, but even though we're passing him out, do not dilute the specialty of a cookie, okay? Can you do that? Is there any way that you can dilute the magic of a cookie? If you have one cookie, wow, I had a cookie. But if I give you 6 cookies, on the 7th one, are you going, hey, it's another cookie? I don't think so. I think you're having that 7th cookie and you're going, wow, a 7th cookie. Because who gets 7 cookies? You gluttonous freak. That's amazing. So anyways, we'll see again how this episode shakes out, guys. I will say, spoiler alert, I'm very tired. There's a reason I'm very dirty. There's a reason I don't look to put together. If it looks like I haven't showered or slept in a few days, it's because I haven't. You're right again. Another cookie. So, see? And do you feel good? I hope this isn't getting any less special for you. Yeah, I set out to do this concrete, and we do the concrete. And in the meantime, projects are being stacked, okay? Because like I said, this week was organized and blocked out in such a way that I should have been productive off the get-go, okay, from Jump Street. I didn't jump in the street, though. I stayed in the sidewalk of convenience, and I never even touched any sort of lane of productivity. So anyways, yeah, my product's getting stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked. So last night, as the concrete was drying, I have 3 voiceover projects, okay, that I need to record, I need to edit, and then I have a video, and then I have a client that I have to talk about and get in touch with some things, and we have to organize, and I'm trying to stay on top of everything while waiting for this concrete to dry. So then, after it's all said and done, I need to lay carpet, okay? And to fast forward through all the trouble of just, work. Hey, Tristan, you're working? You're working? Yeah, I was working, and it took a lot out of me. But to fast forward until 11 or 12, okay, a.m. last night. And I had seemed to have gotten all my work done. Hours and hours and hours of talking to myself, which is totally fine. I'm going to do it regardless, so why not record it and get paid for it? But I decide I'm going to tackle the carpet on top of the concrete. Yes, he goes for it because it's the middle of the night and I need to catch up on my week's priorities. But what if I can't because I already slacked off? So the only way to climb back into the good graces of whoever the god of efficiency is, then to stay up all night and keep working. Now, this sucked a lot, dude. All right, this is where I received this injury right here. You might be thinking, that's a little bit weird, but just know I blew the crap out of my finger. Right? This isn't for me, by the way. This is for you. It's very grotesque. I know this is all over the place. Okay, I'm just feeling kind of, bad to the bone. Does anyone say that? Does anyone say I'm bad to the bone anymore? Bad to the bone is probably the least threatening or intimidating way to say that you are bad to the bone. Like, that's a real Full House way to say it. Like someone, they would show up at like a biker bar and like, hey, don't mess with us. We're bad to the bone. If you say you're bad to the bone, you most certainly are not bad to the bone. I digress, though. I'm feeling bad to the bone. And where this night gets very chaotic is that I've never done a whole carpet over concrete before, and I have all these tackler strips, right? And I'm going around the aisle, bang, bang, bang. I'm trying to pound them, and each time these nails, they sink into the concrete, and the concrete breaks away. And hours are ticking away. Okay, maybe not. Maybe just one or two. But I'm trying to be dramatic for dramatic effect. So, also, by the way, I know we're holding I didn't even address that. We're holding this microphone because everything fell apart. I'm wearing the same clothes. There's a book of unusual knowledge right here, and that is not a sponsor. That is a lovely distraction in a not-so-subtle attempt to win your heart and your affection. Oh, isn't that romantic? But anyways, I'm breaking away the concrete, and it's late at night, and I'm getting so mad, dude. I'm so mad I can't get it. I'm wasting time. All right, I'm trying to be productive. I'm trying to get my stuff done, but it won't work. It won't work. So I do what any man would do, facing stress or frustration. I swing harder. What do we know, class, about frustration? About anger. You're a little bit more reckless. You're a little bit more careless. So, bang, bang, bang. My finger's a bit too close to this nail. I missed the nail completely. Boom! My finger blows up. Blood splatters the wall. Nail. I'm dripping blood everywhere. I'm screaming, no! And this is just, 12 hours or so ago at this point. And I'm so mad. All I want to do is get this job done. And there's no Band-Aids. There's nothing here. I'm wrapping it in tape and napkins and prayers. And it's all over the place. And I want to put carpet down, and now I'm bleeding. I'm a bleeding mess. So I basically quit at this point. And I retired back to the couch, and I put on Friends, and I ate some chocolate chip pancakes and some sweet potato fries in class again. If that sounds like it does not go together... It's because it does not. It was horrible. It was disgusting, but it was all that I had in the fridge. And you know what? It was nutritious enough and it was motivation enough that I got back at it, okay? It was now 2 a.m. I was bleeding. My hand was throbbing. It was black and blue. This thing wasn't even done yet. The tackle strips are a minimal part of this whole project. So I get back at it with precision and freaking tenacity or grit. Or, insert the word there that means, hey, the klutz, the freaking dunce, somehow pulled it off. So I somehow get in all these tackle strips. Now, would you believe it if I said it gets harder from here? Oh my gosh. So... carpet weighs heavier than you think it would be, okay? Now, there's about a 400-pound roll of carpet that it's taken 2 or 3 people to lift and carry. I'm here alone. It's now 2 a.m. My hand does not work completely. I've only got 4 digits. So, what do? I lever the freaking carpet up against the ceiling, and then I wedge myself under it, and I wear it like a shell, and I let it fall over me, okay? It's like just getting the fattest person you know and trying to say, let me give you a piggyback ride. Now, some of you might not know of fat people, and if you don't, hey, get out there, all right? They're people too. I'm one of them, especially after those pancakes. But anyways, my back is crumbling. My legs are breaking. I shuttle it. What feels like 50 yards, but it was probably 50 feet. And I get it into this room, and it's too big, and it doesn't fit. And I don't even know how to I've never done carpet, all right? And again, I'm bleeding. And again, I'm upset. And here's the problem, all right? Now, this is where I made the mistake of trying to do carpet. I don't know if you've ever tried to lay carpet by yourself, 400 pounds of it alone with no sleeves on, okay? It's so sharp, all right? And my arms are burning and they're catching fire, all right? It's like trying to wrestle a shark's mouth, all right? At a certain point, my arm was so flared up and so red, and I'm bleeding. It looked like I tried to moisturize with a pair of scissors, all right? It was not a pretty sight, and I was mad, and I was screaming, and I was not okay. But I prevailed. I don't know why. It must have been the pancakes. But I get all this done, and I somehow get the carpet. I'm very meticulous about it, and hours and hours and hours go by. I'm so locked in, and I didn't realize how late it was until Mike and Molly came on, which is like a 5 a.m. time slot for those who don't follow Nick at Night. And I came on and I'm still at work. 7 a.m. rolls around. I lay the carpet and the tackling strips and the concrete's been done, and I finally caught up on Monday's work. It's Thursday at 7 a.m. I haven't slept, and I'm finally caught up on where I need to be. Now, this plan only works if executed properly, in which I need to be, 1, productive for the rest of Thursday, and 2, that's it. I need to be twice as productive. So, Thursday's time slot, I have 2 voiceover sessions, a 3-hour script, a podcast, and a new video to edit. And then I have to edit this, and there's a whole other slow, and then I need to make it back and watch the Browns game back. But that's neither here nor there. Now, 7 a.m., I haven't slept. I decided in my brain I'm going to go to bed for 3 hours. I'm going to sleep from 7 to 10, and I'm going to attack the day. That's all I need, 3 hours. It might not sound like a lot because it's not cookie. But I'm going to make do. I pass right out, okay? And I fall asleep on this fresh carpet. And I must have rolled onto my arm because I woke up, dude, in a panic because my whole arm is asleep. And because of the injury, my hand is pulsing so hard. And I thought I had lost my finger. And it was so dark. I was like, oh, no, my arm is black. But, there was just no lights on. And I was so scared. And then another time I woke up and all the pain had just risen back in my arms and flaring up. It was like all the adrenaline wore off and it just started kicking in. And I couldn't sleep. The little bit of sleep I wanted to get, I couldn't even attain. It's like I have 2 little brain dream parole officers that go, yeah, look at that. Look what's he doing. It looks like he's about to fall asleep. Oh, yeah? What REM cycle would you say he's in? I think he's approaching level 2. If we let him go any longer, he's going to wake up feeling quite restful. Hey, check this out. Ah! And I woke up in so much pain. And I didn't sleep. So I do manage to fall asleep for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I get a call from my dad. Dad has an emergency. Now, I quickly tell him I am in no position to drive out in the, by the way, freshly snowy landscapes of Ohio while I have no brain power left. My brakes don't work on my car, and I just don't even know where to go or what to do. And he's like, hey, I can't help you right now. I basically fall asleep back on the phone. So he turns to Nicholas, which, by the way, again, applause for Nicholas for saving the day with the concrete. He needs Nick to drive out with the van, okay? Obi-Wan, save us, Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. Obi-Wan, unfortunately, as the last hope, locked the keys in the van, and the call comes back to me. Bing! So, for extra context, family's moved away. My brother's no longer here. Keys are in the van. And who do you turn to in a situation but old reliable, the sucker who lived, Tristan Sartoris? And I'm asleep, and I go, huh? What's going on? It's so hard, Dad. What do you need? So he's like, hey, look, I understand if you can, but I'm in a bit of a pickle here, and if you can you just come out here. Okay. What? I'm going to be right there. And, oh, my arm's gone. No, it's just dark. Okay, I'm back. And then I get up and I drive. And in the cold, I'm doing this. I'm slipping and sliding. And I slide through an entire intersection because my brakes are so bad and it's wet and it's snowy. It's so dangerous. And then we come back and he's like, all right, I'm sorry about the interruption. You can go back to sleep now. I said, nope, it's time to get to work. So that's where it leaves us. I went to a day of work, and it's just been a pickle, man. And the unfortunate thing is, I don't know if anyone knows. It depends if you've been in any sort of voiceover industry. It's way less organized than you would think. Like the scheduling and the pre-production to be like, hey, let's all meet up in a few days from now. It's like day of or day before. All right, who can hop on a call at 1:27 p.m. tomorrow? Be there or yet. And that's what happened today. After I finished everything, right before I was ready to do this podcast, like 4 hours ago, another big thing came in, and they were like, hey, do this right now. Do it. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I'll do it. I will. even though the finger doesn't work. We prevail. It's been a day or 2 or 3 of prevailing. I don't know how long it's been since I've truly slept or I've truly have seen the sun. But I'm having fun regardless, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this Twisted Tale. Is this even recording? Oh my gosh, it is. The problem is I don't know where my brain is. Okay. By the way, we got the parts for the furnace, and to get it all nice and warm and toasty in here, furnace cuts out. It blows the fuse, so it's still freezing. And I slept cold, and I worked cold, and I'm going to keep working cold. All right? Now, some of you might be saying, Tristan, that seems highly inconvenient. One last cookie. You're exactly right. It sucks, dude. I don't know how to find some sort of semblance and enjoyability in life. I can't even appreciate the beating heart that's in my chest as long as my brain remembers that I'm cold. There's just no way. I don't know how people do it. Eskimos? Who ever heard of them? But anyways, this is really just to say that I put in a lot of work and a lot of time to put in carpet. For why? You know, like why does carpet even exist? And I was getting mad, dude. And it was my idea to put this in. I was like, who wanted carpet? Who even invented carpet? I'm Googling who invented carpet and, you know, freaking cursing him out. I don't get it, man. You know, all it's because I grew up attached to the soft bristles of the microfibers underneath my feet in the morning. Now I got to put carpet in my apartment, huh? All because a caveman once upon a time when Oonga Boonga bring grass in cave, soft for feet. And now we, through evolution, have carpet, and I stay up late having to put that in? Huh? Is that what's happening? Well, I'm upset, and I'm pissed about it, and it's all my fault. I wish I had other people to be mad at. You know, it's got to be so great to take your anger out on other people. I got to tell you, you know, it's so tough, especially when you blow your own finger up and you're bleeding, you're tired, and you're the only one to blame. Oh, accountability sucks, man. It really is. It's probably one of the worst feelings ever when it's just you and you look yourself in the mirror and you say, hey, you messed this up. It's your bed. You lie in it. Dig yourself out. And they go, I would love a friend with a shovel, but there's none around, man. There is none around. So anyways, yeah, it was pretty tough, dude. I would like to say that it all went well, but it went about as well as Satan trying to teach a sermon, in that it didn't. But we're here now, and we're flowing like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't remember. There's no heat. It's cold. Oh, Nick did get the keys out of the van. By the way, I don't envy that job whatsoever. Me getting up to go and help my dad was light years easy. During the first snow, now the keys get stuck in the van. You got to sit there and try and fish them out with a hanger. You know, Obi-Wan might not have gotten us through the day, but Obi won the war. All right. So again, props to Nick. Thank you again for all the concrete. You're beautiful. Is that it? I think that's it, man. Are you right? I'm doing a lot of building on top of different things that I need to be doing, and you keep taking up side projects. You know, you ever spread yourself too thin? I feel like a crepe right now, and I'm just trying to not do that. But for some reason, I go, all right, if I just make this Jenga tower filled with things that don't need to happen, maybe, just maybe, we can get 2 or 3 hours of sleep if possible. That's it, guys. That's everything. I hope you've enjoyed the sweet, sombering tales of not my silence, but my woes, my tragedies, and everything in between. There were some funny things that happened, not about that. I told you that whole story in full, all right? And this is the part where you can judge me and you can say, hey, do you deserve to have dirt on your face or your hands? Do you deserve to not have a real bandage? Okay. Do you deserve to use the same backdrop that you worked so hard to build this TV screen to keep using the same one 3 weeks in a row? Do you deserve the laziness that you're putting forth here? And hopefully you guys say no, all right? Because I need you to challenge me. I need you to raise the bar. Don't let me off easy. If you get off easy, that's how you get... I'm going to start doing that. Start just acting, like the fill in the blank, like a teacher, like, hey, because when we make assumptions, like, oh, and hopefully the whole class says it together. I'm going to start just saying random buildups and stuff like that and be like, you know what? You can lead the horse to the water and you can lead a water to the horse, but yeah, what? Is the water going to drink the horse? You can't drown a horse? What was he getting at? I have no idea. And that's the beauty of me, dude. Guys, this has been the beauty of me. Thank you for tuning in to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris. Next week, you know what? I'm still having fun. I'm tired. I know it might not be making sense. I still think it's Monday in a way, but I do have fun getting on here, having a little break, and spend some time goofing around. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I see ya. If you have any sort of aspirations to put carpet in your house, forget about it. Hardwood floor forever. You know what? Just dig a hole. Throw some dirt. Throw some gravel on there. Who cares? What do you need carpet for? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. And all it gets you is pain. All right, guys. See, I gotta go get back to work.